Hello, 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 and welcome to the Crew Podcast. I am the visionary Queen Angela, and welcome to Season 2. I want to thank you for tuning in and for all of your support throughout Season 1. We're back, them divas of the airwaves. So thank you for joining us tonight. Share this with someone in your circle.
At Wings of Transformation Publishing, we are committed to helping our authors reach their goals and pursue their dreams of becoming published authors. We work closely with each author to ensure a successful publishing experience, and we are dedicated to helping them tell their stories in the most meaningful and impactful ways. We look forward to putting you on the path to writing your book.
Aspiring Authors Magazine is a founding sponsor for Da Crew Podcast. Get featured inside the magazine and allow your voice to be heard around the world.
Aspiring Authors Magazine is an international magazine founded in May of 2020 by Queen Angela. Get featured.
The book, A Song for Zipporah, written by David Harris, is a powerful historical fiction centering around the life and character of Moses' future wife Zipporah before they met. Book author David Harris brings the reader into the relationship between Moses and Zipporah, which was gradual and lush. The story unfolds beautifully when Moses finally asks Zipporah to marry him. Purchase your copy of the book detailing this authentic story, A Song for Zipporah by David Harris today. It's available online at Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com.
Thank you for joining.
Because I'm back.
Welcome to the SC Book Gal and Friends Chat. We're going to be talking about the latest in book reviews, author interviews, and life. Come on in and join us. We're ready. Are you?
I know you like that. How long you been back, man? I see the girls in the
Hey, you guys. Oh my God. It is another night, and I am here with you. This is Patrice Grimball, SC Book Gal 843. And so, yes, this is an extra night for me. So, on these extra nights, I decided I'm going to give you some of my best book listens, okay? So, this list is dedicated to nothing but Black love. So I put out a feel out there for some books. I have one book on this list that hasn't even dropped yet. So all I can do is just show you the cover and tell you guys to go find it. One thing about that author, she's never steered me wrong, okay? So I'm going to show you my best of the first annual Black Love reading list, okay? So I'm going to bring up a PowerPoint. You guys go ahead and get your pen and your pencils and your papers and all that kind of good stuff. And we're going to give you that list, okay? So all the books that are on this list can be found on Amazon. They can be found at the author's website, okay? So we're going to back it on up to our first slide. Everything is all about Black love. And our first slide is called Loving You Still. All right. It is acting up, you guys, and I apologize. But we're going to make it do what it do, okay? So all this week is the week of love. You got your Side Chicks Day, which was today and possibly Friday. And then you had your Galentine. So all these books are a little bit of everything, okay? You have your relationships that you met when you were young and then your parents came in the way. You got your let's not say Bridgerton, but back in the day love, you know what I'm saying? So we got a little bit something for everyone, okay? So we're going to go to the next slide, you guys. And we're going to bring up one of our first books. This one is called Loving You Still. Now, this author obsession, y'all, y'all want to talk about a list of books? This lady has a whole catalog, and it is nothing but put the kids to bed and make sure that you don't have your tablet live and your 8-year-old, who I kind of notice knows how to read, and you don't want her to be reading some of those, novels. This is that author for you, okay? This book, Loving You Still. So Vadim is the hottest coach in the NBA, okay? And Cass, she is like a sports psychologist, okay? They met when they were 10 years old, okay? Their love was short lived. Why? Because of their mothers. The moms got in the middle of the love. But guess what? 4 years later, Vadim and Cash have this forbidden love, start seeing each other, and are forced to reveal those feelings and to move on, okay? Then, by a twist of fate, Vadim and Crest cross paths again. They connected. The connection that has been buried for so long resurfaced, then it never left. So they had that burning desire for each other. Can you imagine seeing him on TV in the game and Kes getting all hot and bothered because she still had this underlying desire for him? Well, guess what? Loving You Still is a tale of love enduring power between two hearts that refuse to forget the love that simply could not be denied. So, you guys go ahead and grab this one. This author does have a website, and she is on Facebook on the Author Obsession and also on the Author Obsession Williams. Loving You Still can be found on Amazon, okay? So, our next book. Now, The Rancher in Stilettos. Y'all, when I saw this cover, I said, what the devil? Are you serious? I was like, yo, never have I ever. A Rancher in Stilettos. The cover was very, okay, this makes me think. And okay, will I read this? Well, you guys, I was wrong. This was a good one, okay? So, this is a 3-part, I'm pretty sure 3-part, the last and the final installment of the Rancho and Stilettos book series, okay? You find, I'm going to say Z, because I know I've been saying this name wrong. I've been saying Zaid, but we're going to say Z. And Corey were happily together and enjoying their French Riviera vacation. But disturbing news for them threatened to destroy their future plans, okay? Now, I can't tell you the news because that's a very big focal point in the book, okay? So, Z is on a collision course right up to the ship of her love's life. Now, this one, it was a little difficult reading. I did have to reread some sections, but I'm glad that I did because it did open up my eyes to parts I did not recognize. So you have to be very careful with reading this because if you bypass it, you'll buy right past it, okay? Now, I will say Dream is still own big dream threads and boutique, but the business is flourishing and only hanging by a thread. Dysfunction seems to be the rule of the day. Ultimately, Zay is determined to move forward with her eyes open to the truth and her heart acknowledges the difference between love and attachment. This one, you guys, I gave it about a 4. I think I can give it higher. No, let's go back. 3.5 to a 4. I think I can give it a 4.5 if I go back and read it again and stay focused. Okay, but go ahead and grab this one. It's also on her website. She also has a blog. She has several books under her belt, and I think you'll like her if you look like a little cowboy with a little street. So, The Rancher in Stilettos. Okay. Now we're going to go to our next one, y'all. She is one of my favorites. I am in love with Mo Flames. She has a a huge presence on social media from what I see. Um, she is about her books. She promotes her books. She, as I've seen, is at a lot of events. So I think y'all gonna like this one, okay? She has never, ever, ever steered me wrong, okay? This one's called Reckless Desire, The Fall of the Desire Series. Now, the book starts off saying, assume to position baby boy. Do I need to say anything else? That right there already had me flipping pages like, all right, let's get into it. But Vincent the Third is a master of creative problem solving, known for his ability to restore even the most impossible dilemmas. But when one of his brothers lands himself in trouble, Vincent's expertise is test more than ever. Okay, so let's just say there's some love, there's some love, and there's some, oh my God, did I just read that? Let me go back and read that again, type love, okay? Now, Dominique is thriving in her career and shedding her negative marriage. She doesn't think she'll ever open up to another heart again. Isn't interested. Reminds me of myself. Settling down with anyone anytime soon. But everything changes when she crosses path with Vincent at Club Desire. Y'all, all I can say is, can he fix her problem in time? Y'all, go grab this one. It's called Reckless Fall of Desire by author Mo Flames. Okay. Now, remember I told y'all that there was one author whose book is coming out? This next slide, I can't even tell y'all about the book, but she was on one of my shows and she was the sweetest person. The last book I read by her was called The Last Christmas. Y'all, she has a brand new one that just came out yesterday called The Last Call to Love. I'm not even going to tell you about this one because I'm going to do a review on this one. So give me about, I got a lot of events going on, y'all. So give me about 3 weeks. We're going to do a video review on The Last Call of Love. Her name is author Queen T, and her catalog, again, is so extensive. Beautiful, soft, sweet. She's such a beautiful person. I'm telling y'all, I have never disappointed, and she is in my top 10 for that. I need something to read. Let me get to it, okay? So, new book. It should be live on Amazon today. Yes. We were looking for it yesterday, but Amazon plays around with dropping their novels. So this one should be live today. It's called Last Call to Love by author Queen T. Okay, so y'all go grab this one. Okay, the next slide is called Paint My Heart. This author, Vivian Blue, is our premiere or our spotlight author for today. So today I have been putting excerpts of an interview that I did with her. But this is the book that she has as her focal point book for Etsy Book Gals and Friends. And it's called Paint My Heart. Okay. Ginger has her whole life ahead of her. But once she completes the final project to earn her art degree, she needs to figure out what she's going to do. The problem is she can't find the inspiration needed to paint the masterpiece she needs. With the deadline months away, things were looking bleak. No way she can explain to her parents that she couldn't graduate because she lost focus. Well, the focus became in a beautiful man. Quentin Moose Greenberg is all up and coming real estate investor taking the city by storm. As a successful businessman with lucrative investments, his companies continue to grow each year. With a reputation of being a ladies' man, Moose has the pick of all the women that he wants. His mother keeps applying the pressure, saying, okay, time for you to get married, settle down, and have some kids. But guess what? Moose wasn't ready. He wasn't trying to hear that, you guys. But there was a counter between Moose and Ginger that sets the game in motion. So, my question is, will they be able to create that perfect love story? Or will they find a way for their positions of life to be too difficult to make things happen? So, you guys, this book, let's think, will your career stand in the way of your love? That's it. That's all of it right there. Can you have it all? And you can. But the thing is, what will you go through to get it all? Paint My Heart with Vivian Blue. Okay? So we about to hit the next slide. I told you I wasn't going to keep y'all alone now. Okay? So our next one. This is my friend, my girl, Elizabeth LaShawn. I met her, oh my God, it's been over 15 years ago when we had a book club that was called Readers in Motions. Now, that reader and her, she is now an author. Her and K.R. Bankston, this is the third part in the hard series. I think it's called the Hard Way or the Hard Series, but this is the third installment. Okay, this one came out latter part October 2023. Okay, so India loves Chief, but he obviously doesn't love her back. So not like she hasn't or she doesn't have it all, but he finessed her and given up her life, her career, and her future to be his wife and the mother of his kids. Okay. Overnight, she seems to become old news with him, and he's ready to move on to someone younger, sexier, and thinner. Okay. In less than half of his youth. Okay. Kicking herself for being unprepared for this betrayal, she scrambles the gas into the nearest life preserver. Why do we do that, ladies? Why do we do that? But then you have Carrie, who never thought she would ever hear the words Jason said to her. She hated his voice, the anger in his eye, and he knew her past would be linked, that their past would have them linked up. She never had any part of her solid history, but yet here they are. He's accusing her of destroying his life. The victim, as he always plays and everything he is, found her guilty with thought. One thing about Carrie, if she could, and she can hold her on, and she's going to do it. It was time for her to make her plans, take her child, and say, chalk up the deuces, okay? So everyone has the odds stacked against them, and the situation seems to be getting worse. But the thing is, will these couples endure? Will they keep going on? Is love worth fighting for? Okay? This book, Love the Hard Way by Elizabeth LaShawn and K.R. Braxton, can be found on their website. It can be found on Amazon. And then they also have an exclusive group called Petatron that you can subscribe to get all kind of juicy first updates and even some freebies for them. So go ahead and grab this one, okay, you guys? So our next one, we got one more, just one more for you guys. Our next slide is called The Island Treasure by Donna Michelle Ramos, okay? Remember I told y'all I was going to have one that was like a little bit of like a Bridgerton? Well, here you go. This was Bridgerton. Before there was Bridgerton, they call it Crashlight, okay? David Connor, Crashlight, is a pirate. Yes, Sharice reads those novels. I call them and she laid her hand upon my bosom books because, you know, the lady's always like, the dude's always hair is flowing and she's laying in his lap. So that's why I call them that, okay? Don't judge me, you guys. So he sailed away from the seas from several past years and fought many battles. But when he saw her, the battle was lost. This island beauty could be his greatest treasure and biggest adventure. Knowing that his mistress is the sea, he will never give her up. But she loves him. She haunts his dreams and walks through his thoughts. Why he cannot hold on to her, he doesn't know. So, does fate have the change in store for them? Will they be able to give away the sea and to be with her? After 2 days in the woods, she felt safe, came out of hiding, and headed to town to find him and to find work. But out of nowhere, the stranger comes to the restroom. Now, is he all that she can think of? Is he all that he can be? Who knows? Will a fire come between them? Island Treasure by Donna Michelle Ramos. So, that's my read, you guys. That's what I have for you. So, join me Saturday when I have a whole nother author with his book. And in 2 weeks, we're going to do this again. But I want you to have your kiddos because I'm going to have my daughter. And we're going to talk about the best children's books because the last week in this month is called African American or Black Children's Book Week. So I'm going to have my daughter, Anaya Grimball, and we're going to talk about her favorite books. So you guys have a wonderful night. Make sure you get your Amazon gift cards, your credit cards, buy up these books. Follow these authors on social media, and I will see you again Saturday night. Good night, everyone. Bye. Thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you found a new book to read or a new author to explore. Join us again in 2 weeks for SC Book Gals and Friends Chat. Have a good evening. Bye.